Hello everyone. If you are new here, I am Miss Nisi, your friendly neighborhood spiritual healer. As usual, thank you to all my subscribers and to all of you who like and comment on my videos. Thank you so very much for your support. This video series is for the Venus placements in your birth chart. There's a free link in my bio on this channel or on this page for a free birth chart. Okay, just click on that link and follow the instructions on that website, and you can get your free birth chart and learn your Venus sign placements along with all your other birth chart placements. In this series of videos, I will be focusing on the Venus placement signs. Cross watchers are welcome, but the reading will be read from the Venus placements point of view. Your Venus sign is what I like to call your love signs. So these are in fact love readings. For those of you who are just joining us for the fun, who are new here, the Venus placement in the birth chart reveals how a person expresses love, beauty, pleasure, and their values. It illuminates their romantic preferences and how they relate to others and their personal taste. Understanding your Venus sign can help you understand your own desires, values, and how you attract and relate to others in a romantic context. And once again, there's a free link for your free birth chart in my bio here on this YouTube channel or on this YouTube page. Today's video is on Venus in Gemini. So if your Venus sign is in Gemini, or your Venus sign is Gemini, then something in this video could resonate with you. Venus in Gemini suggests a playful, flirtatious, and intellectually driven approach to love and relationships. Individuals with this placement are drawn to witty conversation, variety, and freedom in their romantic lives. They may enjoy the initial stages of the relationship and find it difficult to commit to a long-term monogamous relationship. Their love for variety and freedom can make it challenging for them to settle down and commit to a single partner. Individuals with this placement are drawn to partners who can engage them in meaningful conversations and offer intellectual stimulation. Okay, I'll go ahead and begin the reading now. Messages for Venus in Gemini. Love messages for Venus in Gemini. Love messages for Venus Gemini signs. Your Venus sign is Gemini, and something in this message could resonate for you. Love messages for Venus in Gemini. Okay, this one wants to come out. Listen close. They say when someone tells you who they are, listen. But the challenge of listening is a question of presence. Most of us listen to another person in order to react. We wait for our turn to respond, projecting the best or else most reactive version of ourselves outward in a bid to center ourselves and be heard. Action. To be present is to completely connect with someone else in the moment, drinking in every word they say, literally and figuratively. Listening is a practice in big empathy, divorced of expectations or demands. Instead, it asks you to simply serve, to witness the divinity in another, imperfections and all. Try deep listening today. You'll be amazed by how rewarding it is. So, and that card did come out like sideways. So it's definitely something that is on a lot of your minds. Some of you feel like you're not being listened to or you're not being heard. And some of you feel like you need to be heard. Or someone feels like you need to listen to them because they're not being heard by you. Definitely something to meditate on, and definitely the energy for this reading. Messages, love messages for Gemini and Venus signs. Love messages for Gemini and Venus signs. Okay. Here we have the waxing moon. Messages for Gemini and Venus signs. And that waxing moon card came out in a past placement. And here we also have another moon sign. We have the lunar eclipse, timing about 3 months ago. Some type of ending or final step happened to some of you. Some of you, it happened about 1 to 2 weeks ago. For some of you, it happened about 3 months ago. But like I said, this is in a past placement. Both cards are. So this has already happened for a lot of you, or for most of you. Here we have the Ten of Cups. Out here in reverse. So definitely, for a lot of you, whatever happened about 1 to 2 weeks ago, and for some of you 3 months ago, when I said a final step and ending, a lot of you went through a breakup, and some of you even started divorce proceedings or separated from your spouse or significant other or partner. There are some same-sex relationships out here, energy out here also. But this caused some of you, your home broke up. Your relationship broke up. Your home broke up. You know, it was the end. It was the end of a relationship for a lot of you. Gemini Venus is here. This is left, we have the Hermit here, and it is also out here in reverse. This left you, a lot of you, feeling powerless, paralyzed by fear and loneliness, because for many of you, this breakup or separation was not your fault. And I'm speaking here, well, I'm speaking to the singles and the couples, because most of you who experienced this breakup, at least some of you fairly recent, 1 to 2 weeks ago, and some of you about 3 months ago, went through this divorce or separation, breakup with your significant other. You were a part of a couple and now you're single. Now, this has left you, those of you, especially those of you, Gemini Venus signs, who don't feel that this breakup was your fault, left you paralyzed with fear. You're still going through the grief process of a breakup. And it's left you, you put yourself in this type of isolation. You're really right now, you're just taking time out to heal. Here we have the 7 of Coins. Yeah, you guys are really going through the grieving phase of this relationship. It's really taking a toll on you. And some of you are just being stagnant in that energy. When I say stagnant, you feel like it's just not worth the effort to, yeah. Okay, this is the energy I'm picking up right now. The energy just shifted a little bit. Some of you, your significant other wants to work it out, or some of you have been trying to work it out. The energy I'm picking up, you've been trying to work it out for like the past 3 months. It's just not worth the effort, the lack of energy. This is really draining you, making you feel really bogged down. You're really tired of it. You just don't see the point of to keep trying anymore. And if take it how it resonates. Whatever side of this reading you're on, if this is you that have been trying to work it out with your significant other, they're really tired. They've really just given up. It's not worth the effort. And if this is them trying to work it out with you, then you're tired of it. I mean, after 3 months of trying, you basically just given up on it. Here we have the Two of Swords. You just want to stop. Like I said, you're going into hermit mode. You're isolating yourself. You don't want to, when I say isolating yourself, you're isolating yourself from this situation and from this person that you've separated with. You want it to stop. You're considering your options. And you're going to make a hard decision. And for a lot of you, that hard decision is going to be to completely end the relationship. The relationship is not going to reconcile. Some of you, very few, will reconcile the relationship, but many or most of you, the relationship is going to end. This is a clear warning for you that it is over. It is over for real this time. It's the energy that I'm picking up. Messages for Venus and Gemini. Messages for Venus and Gemini. Messages for Gemini Venus signs. Love messages for Gemini Venus signs. It's time for me to heal now. Like I said, a lot of you are going to be taking time, or you are taking time to heal from this. And for those of you who have been going back and forth trying to reconcile this relationship for the past 3 months, like I said, you're going to stop that right here in the recent future. You're going to put a stop to all of that. You're tired. Your burnout is going to leave you drained of energy. It's time for you to heal now. I hide behind material things. I know I messed up everything. So who's ever thought that this relationship fell apart? Who's ever at fault for this? Which a lot of times both people are at fault. But in some instances, one or the other person in the relationship is at fault. They know they messed everything up. They know they're at fault. You speak to me through music. Okay, this person is in their head. Or if this is you, take it how it resonates, whatever side of the reading that you're on. Whatever side of this reading that you're on, if you're the one who messed things up in the relationship or caused the relationship to come to an end, you're listening to a lot of music. And music is a form of meditation and a form of healing. And you're starting to realize the mistakes you made and where you went wrong. You and I were too young. In some instances, some of the energy I'm picking up, Gemini and Venus, is some of you were too young for trying to have such a serious relationship, especially for Gemini and Venus, who have such a hard time with commitment because they love variety, they love their freedom. And a lot of you, when I say young, I'm speaking, this is to my Geminis and Venuses in the age range of 18 to 21. Up until I would say I can feel some energies up to 25. We're just too young to settle down so quickly or try to settle down so quickly. Okay? Messages for Venus and Gemini signs. Love messages for Venus and Gemini signs. And that's just due to the nature of your birth chart placements. You really can't help but want variety and freedom. And until you get your fill of that, it's going to keep getting in the way of every serious relationship that you try to commit to, because you have that challenge of commitment. Messages for Venus, Gemini signs. Love messages. Here we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And that is in reverse. A lot of you have been trying to hold back all that passion and love for freedom and variety. And you're trying to hold yourself back for the sake of this one relationship, and that's just not in your nature, especially the younger Gemini and Venus. Your nature is really strong. You haven't really got control of your lust, and you really have a wandering eye that you have to learn to control over the years. Heart-to-heart conversations. I honestly discuss your feelings. You're being advised to honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And those of you who've been trying to reconcile, especially those who have been trying to reconcile over the past 3 months or maybe 1 to 2 weeks, you've been having these honest discussions and conversations. And your partner, a lot of them just don't understand why you do the things you do. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, this could lead to some type of addiction. But the addictions I'm talking about are not substance abuse. This is a type of sexual addiction or intimacy addiction. Just due to your love of your need for freedom, your need for variety in your life, especially those young Geminis in Venus signs. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, and a lot of Geminis in Venus have a playful side and a playful approach, a flirtatious approach, as we all know, to love. And this goes finally, we're speaking to our singles out here. Okay, for you singles out here, your playfulness, recapture the romance, and allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. This is what makes you attractive to suitors. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So you guys are going to be getting to know someone. This is in a future placement. You're going to be getting to know someone. Okay, let's see when. For our single Gemini, Venus Geminis, when would they be getting to know someone? Because this is in a future placement here. And this someone is going to be attracted to your youthful spirit of fun. So allow that to shine. When will the single Gemini Venus placements start getting to know someone? For some of you, within 1 week. Some of you won't be wasting no time. And for some, within 3 weeks, and I'll take one more card. For some of you, it's going to be 3 years. Okay? What would this person look like? What would this person look like? How would they recognize this person? Okay. For some of you, they'll have long hair, but it came out in the reverse. So either you or them could have the long hair. Dark skin, they will have the dark skin. And for some of you, they will have either you or them, because it's out in the reverse, have exaggerated features. Okay. Messages, love messages for Gemini and Venus signs. We have the letter H, the letter M, the letter K, the letter S, and the letter K again may be significant to some of you. And maybe in their initials, maybe out here, whatever their name that they introduce themselves as, if it's their government name or their nickname, whatever name they introduce themselves as. And also we have some numbers out here for those of you who play the lottery and things of that nature. We have the number 4, the number 3, the number 5, the number 1, and the number 5 again out here. Okay? Love messages for Venus Gemini signs. Love messages for Venus Gemini signs. Here we have a soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So those of you who are single, some advice for you on how to manifest your soulmate. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay, that is a message for couples, Gemini Venus couples out here, or Gemini Venus signs who are in a couple. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. And that is some advice and something for you to meditate on for both singles and couples. Okay, I'm going to get out my handy dandy STD deck. And as per YouTube guidelines, this is for entertainment purposes only. What STDs do Gemini Venus signs need to be wary of right now? What STDs do Gemini Venus signs need to be wary of right now? Okay, here we go. We have chlamydia, an STI, and it came out in the reverse. So let me get my guide here and find it so I can read to you about it. Here we have, okay, chlamydia. An STI can be cured with antibiotics if left untreated in both men and women. Potentially can lead to infection with organisms that cause PID, which is pelvic inflammatory disease. Symptoms in women, most don't experience any symptoms. Severe cases have abnormal discharge, bleeding between periods, and a burning during urination. In men, symptoms in men is pain when urinating and abnormal discharge from the penis. Okay, and as you know, I always say we're all adults. If you're going to play safe, get tested often, use protection, and know your status. Okay, Gemini in Venus, this is where I'm going to end the reading. Thank you for joining me.